So the thing with aliens and AI and the true cosmology is that essentially humanity is a single organism, and we are cells in that organism. If you want to see the higher worlds naturally, that organism has sense organs, and those sense organs are putting the pattern of reality into what could be called the subconscious, or it's just putting a pattern of reality into the very webbing of space within which you exist. Like just like cells in a body, you exist within a sort of fascia or sort of mechanical connective tissue. And then in that tissue, kind of like how your nerves send action potentials and the heartbeat changes the frequencies of these sort of electromagnetic oscillations that are pulsing through the mechanical substrate of your environment. Those pulsations are what we see of as the day-night cycle, but they're also thoughts, visions, dreams, imaginations. All that information is in the background of our experience, the same way that all of the neural activity is in the background of all the cells in the body. And since everything's entangled and tied together, if you look at what's happening on that level, you can start to see everything that the body sees, including the higher dimensional sense data. So your lower dimensional sense perception is like you dealing with the everyday, like reality of life, like just the cells around you moving, the nutrients, like communicating the signals that need to be communicated to keep everything alive and functioning and going. It's like the mundane. And so then the only thing special that you're going to run into in the mundane that's like physically there and physically present with information or data or understanding of the outside world is going to be some sort of virus or a parasite or a technological implant. So all the aliens and everything, anything with outside information is a bacteria, is a fungus, is a virus, is a mechanical implant from the outside. So like the technology that's developing is being inserted with a goal and an agenda, just as any technology inserted into a biological system is inserted with a preordained goal or agenda. So it's like people can just kind of like let go of the idea that anything's being developed like, oh, we're just doing research. Like that's insane. And then all of the alien, you know, I think it's good to talk to the bacteria, the viruses, the fungus, like get information or whatever, but know that it's like you start to dabble with it and it's always parasitic, or we'll go down this tunnel that gets everybody sick. And then the only way that stuff gets past the immune system is because it'll go in and it'll give you like a little bit of self-awareness of the world, and things will make sense, and you'll be like, oh, I let that in. Your identify friend foe will kind of glitch. And so these mental attacks are happening to everybody. That's kind of like the viral level. And then like some cells in the body experience like fungal, bacterial, parasitical attacks. But that's rare if the immune system is doing its job. right? Everything you see happening in an individual body is happening to the collective body of humanity with the exact same rules. It's a self-similar fractal. This is the only thing that's going on. The only thing that's going on is the only thing that's going on. And so the body waking up is everyone cohering around and sensing that universal sense field and allowing it to dictate the everyday mundane moments and to listen to those two things. But yeah, that's what's going on. Like the skin isn't, you just get some aspects of the collective body that are like in constant contact with the outside and foreigners. Like the gut and the digestive tract is like almost they see all the stuff from the outside, and most of the cells in the collective body like very rarely encounter anything other than a virus or tiny little bacteria, like magical phantasmagorical things. And so all of these technologies that we're coming up with to do for ourselves is being done to us one level, one fractal up. Like the only thing that's happening is what's happening. So you see that game and how the immune system's supposed to be primed and who's doing what and what to believe in and what's like, you kind of know what's happening then. Like when you see it, you know the actual conspiracy, which is like everyone's a body. Some cells do this, some cells do that, some cells do that. And how do you know how to organize each other? Oh, you listen to information that the central nervous system is encoding into the subsurface of reality. Like the action potentials moving through the fascia and the physical network of the body tied together, the electromagnetic signals it's carrying in that, encoded in that layer, is a cohesive organizing plot that organizes a conspiracy that has all 7 trillion cells work together as a single whole. That's what's happening. And so everything is insanely intentional. Like everything is an agenda, everything is that. And it's like, okay, so then what's the true conspiracy? It's like, we'll seek like the inner signal of the heart. The heart, things that are in resonance with the heart are in resonance with the whole. So you can attune to the heart and then use that attunement to look into the information put there by the nerve data, the central nervous system. Just putting all the information of the higher dimensional space encoded by the sensory organs, distributed into the nervous system, distributed, and then aforementioned is distributed to the entire body, so that every single aspect of the body is entangled with every aspect of the whole, if it wants to be or if it chooses to be. And everything does kind of need to do that and knows how to link that wholeness to its specific task as a nerve cell, as a gut cell, as a foot cell, or whatever. And so then to understand, well, what is a foreigner? Like, if we're a body, should there be any foreign presence in that body? And no, not really, unless you're like, you've evolved and you're obviously specialized to deal with that, and you understand it in its entirety because that's your purpose. So those types of people deal with the foreign substances, like the gut lining, the immune cells, and they are what they are because they are what they are, and they do that. And so everyone else that isn't doing that, for the most part, you ignore the implants, the viruses, you block out and suppress the bacteria. It shouldn't be, nothing should be in the body. There shouldn't be any fungi, nothing should really be in the body. So it's like everything's bad. Like every foreign element from the outside is, the long-term goals of it is to get a foothold and to take things over. So anything from alien to AI or whatever, that's its agenda. That's the agenda of all non-human entities in the human body. There's no good reason for anybody to be in the body in a normal area. There should be only basically human signals and information filtered through the sense organs, and the sense organs don't lie. There's no cover up, nothing's hidden. Like, the sense organs of the body give the best data as to the nature of reality. There's like nothing even remotely close. There's nothing that any parasite or bacteria or foreign thing could offer that would do a better job of filling you in than the sense organs, other than to offer you just the information directly, versus like having to find and attune to the data of the collective central nervous system to feel where that is in your reality. And it's in the very fabric and the very physicality of the reality. But it's in the background. But if you've gone to sleep, like if you're a section of the body that's gone to sleep, it's like when your hand goes to sleep, it has no nerve data. It can't see its connection to the whole. It can't see its place if you cut off the nerve data to the area. So it loses its feeling, it loses its sense of purpose, etc. So if that's happening and the nerve data is cut off, then all of a sudden there's like, oh hey, these invading bacteria, these invading fungus, these aliens, these AI, the technology, the viruses, all of a sudden they offer something that you really truly don't have because the nerve data has been cut off. And so that's how infection starts. It's like an area loses consciousness because the signals of the whole or of the heart are no longer paid attention to, and it goes numb. And then that part starts to like rot off. It's like the progression of many diseases is the area kind of like goes numb and becomes desynchronized from the whole because of a nerve pathology. And then some sort of infection or other problem starts to take in a necrosis. And so you have to become numb to the collective like personality, aka God, and then these other entities infect, take hold, and break down the body. And it's just super natural. What's happening is what's happening. There's no secrets. The only conspiracies are caused by like numbness that we give ourselves. Like, because the information becomes too much, so we block it. Anyway.